Hello, everyone. Now you will hear a short retelling of the first two episodes of the TV series, The Pretense. Its plot is based on real events. The year is 2008. Springfield. After Hurricane Katrina, Dee Dee Blanchard and her 14-year-old daughter Gypsy were left homeless. The charity gave the family a new house, which they had just moved into. A girl with a shaved head is sitting in a wheelchair wearing huge glasses. Her mother controls her every word. The girl calls the woman her best friend. Dee Dee once again walked over her daughter's head with a razor, then transplanted her from the sink into a wheelchair. Gypsy inserts a tube into her stomach to have a snack. Dee Dee feeds the girl liquid food mixed with medicines exclusively through an umbrella. Gypsy has to sleep in an oxygen mask. The family's home medicine cabinet consists of dozens, if not hundreds, of medications. Dee Dee takes this or that medicine according to her mood. Lacey's girlfriend lives next door to the Blanchards. She still couldn't persuade her mother to go say hello to the new neighbors, so she went alone. Dressed all in pink, Gypsy watches cartoons and draws a prince. She was immediately interested in the girl because she had never had any friends. Lacey volunteers at a local hospital. Sometimes they arrange for patients to be reincarnated. Why doesn't she put on makeup in Gypsy? The girl happily agrees. Gypsy reacts violently to the fact that Lacey has a boyfriend. She also used to wear makeup for cosplay. She likes to dress up as Disney princesses. Dee Dee is watching the process intently from around the corner. Gypsy was delighted with her makeup. But then Mom immediately soaked a rag and demanded that she wash the filth off her face. It's too small for this plaster. Gypsy's eyes filled with tears. She wants to be like that, like everyone else, but her mother won't let her. The next day, Dee Dee and her daughter went out to greet Lacey and her boyfriend. Lacey's mom's name is Mel, Shelley's other neighbor. Dee Dee says that her daughter had her submandibular glands removed. She has epilepsy, paraplegia, heart murmurs, anemia. According to Dee Dee, her daughter will never be able to take care of herself. Lacey offers her new neighbor a Coke, but Dee Dee immediately screamed that she was allergic to sugar. At home, a woman tells a child about the horrors of anaphylactic the shock that would happen if she took even a sip of soda. Dee Dee brought her daughter to the mall to buy another pink thing. Gypsy asked me to buy her a pendant. Well, how to buy? Steal while no one is watching. Gypsy urges her on, and Mel has become a witness to the crime. Dee Dee was worried that her neighbor might turn her in to the police now and wanted to talk about it. But she was visiting Shelley. By the way, the neighbors built a house for a disabled girl and her mother. They and other volunteers from the area. Mel hints that she really didn't like what she saw today. Gypsy doesn't have her own computer. She's allowed to use it, just my mom's laptop. She immediately types the words boyfriend and kiss into the search engine. Gypsy offers Mom to make pizza. It will be a very tasty pizza, filled with milk and whipped in a blender. The dense liquid is injected through a tube into the child's stomach, syringe by syringe. To make friends with the neighbors, Dee Dee threw a party. She walks around with a jar and collects donations into it, ostensibly for her daughter's eye surgery. The kids are surrounded by Gypsy, who is dressed like hell, as she always is. It's much more interesting for her to watch the neighbor's relationship with her boyfriend. In the evening, the girl drives up to them, but they immediately go to the cinema. Gypsy, of course, is not allowed with them. There are tempting cupcakes on the table. While her mother is not looking, Gypsy wants to try one of them. Amel, for whom everything was started, has just arrived. Dee Dee tried to blame the theft on her disabled daughter, but Amel wasn't fooled. Then the woman began to squeeze out a tear and babble that Gypsy had not stayed long, and they also had little money. Then she saw her daughter with a pie, knocked it out of her hands, gave her an injection, and took her to the hospital. There she wails again that 5 more minutes, and Gypsy would have died for sure. Mel drove up to the hospital, handed Dee Dee a forgotten wallet, and offered to forget about the uncomfortable situation, because she herself is a single mother and does not want to complicate their lives. We are moving forward to 2015. The Blanchard house is cordoned off by the police. The rooms are littered with hundreds of stuffed animals. The detective finds Dee Dee Blanchard murdered in Gypsy's bed with multiple stab wounds, but Gypsy herself is nowhere to be found. The year is 2008. Before going to bed, Dee Dee, as always, cuddles with her daughter, and after that, she throws herself at the Sonics. She received a check for $1,500. She sleeps with her daughter in the same bed. At 11 a.m., Gypsy takes off her mask, gets to her feet easily, and goes to the refrigerator. The girl wanted to take a chance and check if she really was allergic to sugar, and the cream from the spray bottle did her no harm. The fact is that in the hospital, she heard that her mother was giving her medicine, which was already high in sugar, which meant she could eat sweets without any problems, and her body was numb from constant sitting. Gypsy's mother found her on her feet and immediately demanded that she lie down and put on a mask. Gypsy falls asleep with tears in her eyes. The year is 2015. The assembled neighbors are trying to recall a huge list of Gypsy's ailments. How could she even run away in this state? The year is 2009. The girl drinks Coca-Cola straight from the bottle, eats ice cream in buckets and candies in handfuls. At the same time, he constantly watches makeup lessons. Dee Dee received a letter that made her very happy. Gypsy became the child of the year in Springfield. No wonder her mother wrote so many pitiful things about her. A large number of people will gather to watch her daughter. Because of the sweets, Gypsy soon learned about tooth decay and toothache. Dee Dee is sure that her daughter has an increased acidity of the stomach, which is why her teeth deteriorated. The gastroenterologist cannot believe that the girl's submandibular glands have been removed. She swallows quite well, so you can take the tube out of her stomach. The girl was very happy, but the mother is more likely to find another, more accommodating doctor instead. In the end, the woman still prescribes medications for high acidity to the child. She later asks the pediatrician if at least one of the girl's illnesses has been confirmed due to her huge medical record. Back in the waiting room, Dee Dee stole a stack of discharge forms recipes. But Mom doesn't think so. From now on, she will talk to the doctors alone. While Corona examines the dead body, the neighbors speculate on who should have killed Dee Dee. While brushing her teeth, Gypsy lost one tooth. She was scared. Morning has come, and Dee Dee is preparing a mega cocktail of 7 medicines mixed into a liquid for her daughter. Everything goes into the girl's stomach at once. She looks at the girls in the yard with envy. Her mother went to meet her and allowed the wheelchair user to drive up to the neighbors. Besides the 2 friends, she's in Lacey's room. I found a puppy and was very happy about it. The girls saw Gypsy's teeth and were amazed at how bad they looked. The girl confessed to her nocturnal adventures, and she is very afraid that her mother will find out about them. Dr. Lakshmi Chandra calls the therapists who treated Gypsy and finds out the details of her treatment. A social worker came to the Blanchards. Dee Dee urgently forces her daughter to take some very bitter medicine, for which Tosh winces. Allison came because there was a complaint from someone who is concerned about Gypsy's safety. The caseworker does not react to the tearful woman and carefully examines the house. Dee Dee takes Gypsy out of the bathroom. The drug has already taken effect, and the girl was taken away. Sleepy Gypsy is slow to answer questions. Her mad tensed, she left the stolen forms on the table. It turned out that the rights to the house and its insurance designed for different people. Just like in the case of Gypsy's old medical record, Dee Dee blamed everything on Hurricane Katrina. They say there was a confusion with the documents after the disaster. The social worker's visit was a big stress for Dee Dee. She covers the windows with translucent film so that no one can look into them. The woman suspects Meg and came to her again to put pressure on Pity. The neighbor assures her that it wasn't her. Gypsy came to the dentist's appointment. After the sleeping pills were administered, the girl found out that her teeth would not be treated, but simply removed. She got very upset and started crying. Gypsy came to her senses at home with a sore, swollen face. When she got to the mirror, she found out that she no longer had teeth. While bathing, she sits toothless in the bathroom and sobs bitterly. But Mom, as always, says that everything is fine. Gypsy has bruises all over her face after surgery, and Dee Dee, he flutters around her and prepares for the award. She will show it to everyone, even without inserting new teeth. My teeth! Oh, my face! Dr. Chandra calls Blanchard. She is looking for an opportunity to meet Gypsy again and show her to the specialists. Dee Dee put a bow on her daughter's bald head. What a beauty, but it would have been better with teeth. Before going on stage, Gypsy received a gift from her mother, a false jaw. But why had she tortured her for so long and given her teeth away just now? Under the spotlight, Gypsy was wheeled onto the stage to receive the Child 2009 award. A generous gift of $5,000 is coming to him. Taking the microphone in her hands, Gypsy began to sing a love song in a squeaky voice. Her mother started singing along to her. The Blanchards came to see Dr. Chandra. Gypsy was left alone with the woman. The specialist tells the girl that she is not allergic to sugar, and is offering her a drink of Coca-Cola right now. It may turn out later that other diagnoses are invalid. Dr. Chandra replaced the umbrella. The year is 2015. Lacey confesses to her mother and then tells the police that Gypsy has a Facebook account. With his help, she made friends and, it seems, even found a boyfriend. Gypsy puts another unwanted toy on the bed. She no longer wants to sing along with her mother and locks herself in her room. Dear viewers, if you are interested in continuing the story of Gypsy Blanchard and her mother's healthy family relationship, please let us know in the comments. See you soon.